It's another beautiful Friday morning, a cold one at that, but then we thank God for the gift of life. Good morning to you and glad to have you joining us on the program The Dailies from Buzz 99.3 FM, a place where entertainment meets humanity. And on the program, you already know how we do it. We take you through headlines and bodies of stories making the rounds via the Nigerian dailies. And this morning will be no different as we go through various newspapers such as the Punch newspaper, Vanguard, the Guardian newspaper, and the Daily Post newspaper, respectively. My name is Bamidupe Kolawole. Stay tuned as we bring you the headlines shortly. So you can hit press F1. Starting with the Daily Post newspaper this morning, APC reschedules global primaries in Bauchi, Kwara, assembly polls in Zamfara. Still taking headlines from the Daily Post newspaper. School certificates without digital skill could stop your jobs, Oti tells Abia youths. Moving on to the Punch newspaper, Oyo kidnapping carried out by dislodged jazz terrorists, says Defense Headquarters. Pharmacy Council seals 397 pharmacy premises in Oyo. Back to talking politics, APC names Ayim Masari to held 2026 presidential primary committees. Tinubu comments NDLEA on success against trans-border truck network. Force Headquarters orders disciplinary action on officers threatening Nigerians over fueling. PDP dismisses claim of restricting nomination form sales. Federal government unveils Gov Guide Nigerian AI platform to boost governance. Kwakwanto denies working for Tinubu, slams Kwano government spokesperson. These and many more headlines we have this morning. Now to the bodies of this story. Stay tuned, you're still on to Buzz 99.3 FM, and this is the Dailies. Talking politics this morning, APC reschedules global primaries in Bauchi, Kwara, assembly polls in Zamfara. The All Progressive Congress, APC, has officially rescheduled its governorship primary election in Bauchi and Kwara State to today, Friday, the 22nd of May 2026. This was contained in a statement issued by the APC National Working Committee yesterday. The party also extended the State House of Assembly primary election for Maradun 1 and Maradun 2 constituency in Zamfara State to Sunday, the 24th of May 2026. According to the statement, the changes were approved after wide consultation with relevant stakeholders. Back to the headline this morning, talking politics. APC reschedules global primaries in Bauchi, Kwara Assembly polls in Zamfara State. School certificates without digital skills could stop your jobs, Oti tells Abia youths. Alex Oti has advised youth in Abia State not to depend solely on certificates obtained from higher institutions for job security, but to acquire advanced digital skills and knowledge to survive in the 21st century economy. Governor Oti gave the advice while addressing 850 Abia youths participating in the 3-month Tech Rise Cohort 3 program. He made it clear that certificates alone are no longer sufficient for employment and survival in highly competitive environment, and if the youths lack digital skills for innovation and entrepreneurship. Governor Oti was represented by the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Uzo Onwachuku, said the 3-month training program was designed to help the youth become entrepreneurs, innovators, and job creators, and ultimately escape unemployment. So he advised the youth to not just look for certificates, but seek deep competence and hand-on problem-solving skills. Back to the headline, school certificates without digital skills could stop your jobs, or tells Abia youths. Talking insecurity or your kidnapping carried out by dislodged terrorists, says DHQ. The Defense Headquarters have said the recent kidnapping incident in Oyo State was carried out by terrorists displaced from other parts of the country following intensified military operation. The military high command stated this yesterday while reacting to what it described as mischievous and misleading publications surrounding comments credited to the Defense Headquarters on the classification of terrorists and criminal elements operating in the southwest. In a statement signed by the Director of Defense Media Operation, Major General Michael Onoja, the DHQ said the attackers behind the Oyo adoption were members of the Jamatu Ali Sunnah Lidawati Jihad terrorist group displaced by the sustained military offensive across the country. The DHQ denied reports suggesting it referred to terrorists operating in the southwest as ordinary criminals, insisting that such interpretation were inaccurate and misleading. The headline to that story says Oyo kidnapping carried out by dislodged terrorists, says Defense Headquarters. Away from talking about insecurity, now talking health. Pharmacy Council seals 397 pharmacy premises in Oyo. The Pharmacy Council of Nigeria has sealed 397 premises in Oyo State during an enforcement operation aimed at ensuring compliance with prescribed pharmaceutical standards. The sealed premises, including 60 pharmacies, 81 medicine stores, and 256 illegal outlets, while 5 compliance directives were issued. Head of Department, Enforcement's Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, Dr. Suleiman Chiroma, made this known yesterday during a press conference on the enforcement exercise held at the PCN Zonal Office in Ibadan, Oyo State. According to him, the enforcement exercise, which began on Monday, seeks to verify that facilities and personnel within the medicine distribution system comply with all legislative and regulatory requirements, adding that the exercise had uncovered several premises unlawfully storing and dispensing medicine beyond their legal scope. Dr. Chiroma disclosed that the enforcement exercise covered Onwara, Oluyole, Ibadan North, Akiyele, Lagelu, Egbeda, Ido, Ogumosho South, Iseyin, Ogumosho North, Oyo West, and Oyo East local government area. Back to the headline this morning. Pharmacy Council seals 397 pharmacy premises in Oyo. APC names Ayim Masari to held 2026 presidential primary committees. The All Progressive Congress (APC) has established a key election management structure for its 2026 presidential primary, appointing a committee chaired by former Senate President Paris Hayim, alongside a separate appeal panel led by former Katsina State Governor Aminu Masari. According to the guidelines signed by APC National Secretary Ajibola Bashiru, made available to newsmen yesterday, voting will take place in all 8,809 wards nationwide, where members will cast their ballots for aspirants of their choice. The APC presidential primary election is slated to take place nationwide on the 23rd of May. The party has two presidential aspirants, the incumbent presidents Bola Tinubu and Stanley Osifo. APC stated that the direct primary exercise will be conducted across all wards in the Federation, with results collated at local government level. Specifically, outcomes from 774 local government area will be compiled by designated local government collation officer appointed by state coordinator and collation officers constituted by the party's National Working Committee. The headline to that story says APC names Ayim Masari to held two 2026 presidential primary committees. Still talking politics, PDP denies claim of restricting nomination form sales. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has denied allegation that it is preventing any aspirants from purchasing nomination forms, insisting that there is no internal obstruction in the process. The Interim National Working Committee says it is not aware of any official action blocking access to forms, adding that recent adjustments to its timetable were made to accommodate more interested aspirants. This was announced by the party's National Publicity Secretary, Inieme Mobong, yesterday. According to the party, the revised schedule extends the deadline for the purchase and submission of the completed form to today, Friday, 22nd of May 2026, while screening for late aspirants is set for Saturday, the 23rd of May 2026. PDP denies claims of restricting nomination form sales. Federal government unveils GovGuide Nigeria AI platform to boost governance. The federal government has launched an artificial intelligence-powered platform, GovGuide Nigeria, aimed at simplifying access to government information and public services for Nigerians across the country. This was disclosed by the Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Sijani, yesterday via a statement posted on his social media page. It described the initiative as part of the government's effort to improve public service delivery through technology and digital innovation. According to the minister, the platform is accessible through WhatsApp and the web and is also available in English, Hausa, Igbo and Yoruba to ensure wider accessibility for citizens across different linguistic backgrounds. Tijani stated that GovGuide Nigeria provides users with easy access to information from more than 35 federal ministries and over 60 government agencies. The headline to that story says federal government unveil GovGuide Nigeria AI platform to boost governance. Kwakwanso denies working for Tinubu, slams Kano government spokesperson, I beg your pardon. Former Kano State Governor and leader of the New Nigerian People's Party, Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso, has strongly denied allegation that he is secretly working in favor of President Bola Tinubu, describing the claim as baseless and politically motivated. The denial follows comments attributed to the Kano State government spokesperson, who alleged that Kwakwanso's recent political structure and influence within the opposition politics may be indirectly strengthening the ruling All Progressive Congress and potentially benefiting Tinubu's political interest ahead of future election. Kwakwanso, a key figure in Nigeria's opposition politics and founder of the influential Kwakwansia political movement, rejected the accusation, insisting that his political activities remain independent and focused on national developments rather than any alliance with the presidency. According to the NNPP camp, the suggestion that he is working for Tinubu, he said, is an attempt to misrepresent his political stance and create confusion among supporters, particularly in Kano State, where political rivalries remain intense. Kwakwanso denies working for Tinubu, slams Kano government spokesperson. Tinubu comments NDLEA on success against trans-border drug network. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, and the staff for the remarkable achievements in busting a Nigerian-Mexican drug syndicate and dismantling a highly sophisticated multi-million-dollar illegal drug production network in the country. Chairman of the agency, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Mawa, retired, had announced the major drug bust following a massive operation spanning weeks of intelligence gathering and meticulous planning by the NDLEA operative in collaboration with international partners. President Tinubu, in a statement by spokesperson Bayo Nonuga, said the successful operation, which led to the arrest of the foreign nationals, local kingpins and other collaborators, as well as the seizure of chemicals and illicit drug valued at over $360 million, demonstrate exceptional professionalism, courage and unwavering commitment to safeguarding society from the devastating effects of narcotics. The headline to that story: Tinubu comments NDLEA on success against trans-border drug network. Force HQ orders disciplinary action on officer threatening Nigerians over filming. The Force headquarters says it has taken cognizance of a viral video circulating on social media involving ASP Newton Isokwe, in which the officer was seen making threatening remarks against members of the public filming police activities. He said the officer involved has since been identified and summoned to the Anambra State Command headquarters, where immediate disciplinary procedures have commenced against the officer. Force Public Relations Officer DSP Anthony Placid said, and I quote, "The Force wishes to state unequivocally that the conduct and utterances exhibited in the video are unacceptable, unprofessional and inconsistent with the ethics, standards and code of conduct of the Nigerian Police Force, and such actions run contrary to the ongoing reform initiative of the Force aimed at promoting transparency, accountability, professionalism and city-focused policing." Force headquarters orders disciplinary action on officer threatening Nigerians over filming. Talking Ekiti 2026, 13 political parties signed peace accord ahead of 20th of June governorship poll. Political parties participating in the next month's governorship election in Ekiti State and their candidates had yesterday signed an accord to be committed to peace in the election and its aftermath. The event, organized by National Peace Committee and implemented by the Kuka Center, attracted political actors, electoral institutions, security agencies, civil society organizations, traditional rulers, religious leaders, development partners, and the media. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji, who was among the party candidates who signed the peace accord, pledged Ekiti people's commitment and that commitment to peace before, during, and after the election. 13 political parties are participating in the election slated for the 20th of June across the 16 local government areas of the state. The chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Amupito, leading top officials of the electoral body and the Inspector General of Police, Toji Disu, alongside police top hierarchy and sister security agency, were on ground for the exercise. The chairman, NPC General Abdusalam Abubakar, who said the peace accord targeted reinforcing accountability and democratic responsibility ahead of the gubernatorial election, described it as a collective commitment to peaceful, credible, and free and fair elections. 13 political parties signed peace accord ahead of June 20 governorship poll in Ekiti State. APC declares Chinda Rivers governorship candidate. The All Progressive Congress has declared Kingsley Chinda as its governorship candidate for the Rivers State ahead of the 2027 general election. Chairman of the party governorship primary election committee and returning officer Bitro Kimoti announced the results in Port Harcourt yesterday. Kwamoti made the announcement at the APC Secretariat in Port Harcourt after receiving the results of the primaries from coalition officers in the 23 local government areas of the state. The aspirant, who is also the sole aspirant, is Chinda Ogudu Kingsley and has scored the total votes of 268,497 votes. The APC primaries has attracted attention amidst lingering political crisis in the state and influence of allies of the Minister of Federal Capital Territory in Nyesom Wike within the party structure. APC declares Chinda River governor candidate. Lagos raises alarm over adulterated palm oil in market, seal shops. The Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency has raised an alarm over the circulation of adulterated palm oil in some markets across the state, warning consumers to be cautious and ensure they purchase from verified sources. The agency also sealed a shop on Lagos Island as part of enforcement action aimed at protecting consumers from unsafe and substandard products. This was disclosed in a statement posted on social media yesterday across the Lagos State Government official handle. The general manager of Lascopa, Afolabi Solebo, disclosed that complaints and market surveillance activities has disclosed the presence of contaminated and artificially enhanced palm oil being sold to unsuspecting consumer by unscrupulous traders seeking to maximize profit at the expense of public health and consumer safety. He warned that the adulterated palm oil may contain harmful substances such as candle wax, chemicals, dyes, and impurities which cannot be digested by the body and are capable of causing serious health complications, including food poisoning, stomach disorders, tissue and liver damage, and other long-term health risks. The general manager advised consumers to carefully examine palm oil before purchase by checking for unusual color, offensive odor, excessive thickness, sediments, or any other suspicious appearance that may indicate contamination or adulteration. Dear listeners, this is how far we can go on the program, The Dailies. You already know this is a program where we take you through headlines and bodies of stories making the rounds via the Nigerian dailies. And it's a wrap on the program this morning. Many thanks for staying tuned and for starting your morning with us, and also for staying engaged. My name is Bamidupe Kolawole. Have a great day.
ìròyìn àsìkò good news eré ìdárayá ìpolówó ọjà àṣà àtẹ̀sìn lárugẹ.